It's on.
Come in here. I'll let him get my phone. My phone's right here. Okay.
What are we talking about? That's not your phone. That's his phone.
Yeah. That's not funny. That is funny. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, Terry. You're not doing anything.
Hi, is John here?
I'm right here.
Let me talk to you for a minute, John.
Come on up.
Nope, come on back.
Stay right here.
Why are you on a work site?
They buried oil, and I bought them.
Were you given permission to be on the work site?
Yes, by the city and county. I have permission.
Were you given permission by who specific?
Ask Todd.
On who?
Commissioner Todd. Ask him.
I don't know. I don't need to go ask. Do you have permission from anybody at ENBRIDGE to be out there on the active work site? Go ahead. You're not under arrest.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, good.
Why they why
We're trying to help you, sir.
No, you're not. You're playing a game. That's fun.
He said he's going to get a warrant for my arrest.
So much appreciated. Just got now some info, and I'll be clear that he's requested an attorney.
I requested the police cam, and as you see that I requested an attorney, and that's what he told them. Now this is a long period of time between him getting in the car and him getting out and handing me ID. So I'm going to fast forward this so that way it doesn't take forever. But I need you to come to the courthouse. I need you to be there for trial. I need you to show your support. I would hope that people realize what I am doing is not easy, and it's really hard to do this by myself. I need everybody I can get to show these people, ENBRIDGE and the county, that what I am doing is helping people, not hurting anybody. I am just stating the truth with video proof. And ENBRIDGE doesn't want me to show you this. They don't want me to show you the video of the truth of oil being buried and being redug up later after ENBRIDGE says that it was clean, cleared, wasn't there, and on the news said it was only mud. This is very, very important that we win this case. And we need the jury to know that we do care. So please come, sit in there in the courtroom and show your support. I really appreciate it. He just gave me a warning, but they later on prosecuted me, had a warrant out for my arrest, and all I've done is simply videotape areas that, you know, I wasn't even on ENBRIDGE property. I was at Talmadge Creek. They're trying to say they own Talmadge Creek. I'm being arrested for being on a work site. And I had to. They had security surrounding the work site. I couldn't get close enough to get video. And they don't want me using that video in the future to show the public. State law says that they can actually throw it out, get a motion to have me not use that video because it was obtained during a trespassing incident. So the world might lose a part of history and major evidence of an oil cover-up by a major company that has the largest pipeline system through the United States, that had this spill 3 days reported by people that smelled it, 3 days before ENBRIDGE is even saying it happened. And ENBRIDGE reported there was no benzene levels the day after the spill, according to what they're saying it is, which is the 26th of July. They're saying that there was 100 tests done, air samples, and no benzene was found. Well, guess what? The health department of Battle Creek, Michigan did the same air sample testing on the same day, which is July 27th, and they said it was 15,000 parts per billion, which is 2,500 times the legal limit.
Going down there. Sir, I have to. You have to, or you think you have to? I think that I should talk to my attorney before I talk to you. That's fine. You're not under arrest. I can't make you talk to me right now. But I want you to know that you'll be proud of me someday.
I said that he'll be proud of me
Don't go
someday.
back to the work site without permission
And
from
he gives me a
anybody.
warning not to go back out to the work
I
site.
understand that.
Hang your ground a little bit. You know, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm trying to help. You cannot get in no trouble. You haven't done it. That's that guy. Videotape him. That's the guy in the house. Yeah, you. Huh?
I think so too. Not try some, but just have the courage to, you know, show themselves.
It's the guy that's following me, harassing me, and now they got the cops here saying they're gonna have me a warrant for my arrest for videotaping oil that they have buried where they're digging it back up. I have 100% proof now. This is for Battle Creek. This is for my community, and I am gonna get arrested, and I did this, you know, this ain't about me anymore. This is about you guys. November 2nd, 2011. I just videotaped an area where ENBRIDGE has covered up oil. I got proof that they dug it out. Got proof it's there now, 100% proof. Everything I've been doing is for this reason. I knew they were going to arrest me sooner or later. I'm doing the right thing. I don't feel guilty about it a bit. I don't feel bad about it. I am helping my community. I'm doing what the EPA will not do. I'm doing what our government will not do. And I've already been threatened with arrest by ENBRIDGE, and I asked for an attorney, didn't answer any questions, and he's going to get a warrant for my arrest. So I need you to all support me. I need you to come to the court hearing and back me up if you feel what I'm doing is right. I know I'm right, and I know you know I'm right. And I need your support. This is the time. This is when you got to step up. You got to actually do something about helping our community. You can't just sit back anymore.
What you have is a document that shows that I am a HAZWOPER qualified individual equal to all the workers on the job sites. It shows that I have my union card from South Dakota when I worked on the Trans-Canada pipeline, and also I also am a union member for my local 355 Battle Creek, where I'm originally from, and my Department of Veteran Affairs ID card. Also, you will see in the next page, the police report has the phone numbers and addresses of the guys that made complaints about me. Stuart Coates actually blocked me into a parking lot, and I have witnesses. I got it all on video, him and several other trucks. And John Zimbiski he lied, called me a liar basically on the news, saying that this area was full of mud, and now that you see with this video, it was full of oil that they put grass over the top of, buried it, and then with my complaints, or because of my complaints, they have came out and redug it up. This video is very important to history. Also, please contact ENBRIDGE, John Zimbiski, and Stuart Coates. You have their addresses and phone numbers. Do not harass them. Do not do anything to hurt them in any way, verbally or physically. All I want you to do is ask them legitimate questions on why they want to keep harassing me. Call them as many times as you want. Ask them as many questions as you want. They have the right to answer these questions because what they are doing is illegal in my community. our community. Also, what you can do is come to the court case here in Battle Creek at the courthouse, and I hope you show up. The more people there, the more the jury will see that we do care about this community and what happens in it, and we're not going to let a foreign company or an American company come in and hurt our environment and the people in it and get away with it. We are going to tell the truth about what they're doing that's illegal and immoral and unethical. And I'm telling the world about it, and I'm going to tell this jury if the judge allows me to tell specific things. So please come.
Digging Talmadge Creek back out. It's November 2nd. Just showing you video. Look how deep they're digging. This was all, they buried oil here. Look at these guys right here. These are the guys that buried oil. You're going to be on national news. They covered this entire area up.
Sir, you're trespassing at this time. I would ask you to leave. Would you care to leave?
Do you own Talmadge Creek?
Would you care to leave?
Will you answer the question?
Trespassing on a construction site without the proper PPE.
Oh,
Would you
okay.
Please leave the site.
I'm going to get my PPE on since you said that's
Thank
all
you.
I need.
Thank
since
you.
I am qualified. I will be right back with my PPE. And then what are you going to
say?
You said go get my PPE on.
I said, sir, that you're trespassing at this time.
I am not
Would you
trespassing.
please
You
leave the site?
you do not own Talmadge Creek. I pay taxes here. You live in another state. You don't even live in this state. Can I answer any questions for you?
Yes, sir. Do you know that you are trespassing on this property here?
You do not own Talmadge Creek.
No,
I
sir.
pay taxes. You do
Yes,
not
sir.
own it.
But you crossed this property right here in ENBRIDGE.
No, I didn't.
Property
I walked right through the creek.
from all the way down
Yep,
there.
all the way down.
So now you're on private property right
No,
here.
I'm not.
this end
Talmadge
property.
Creek is right here.
So
I am not on private property. I'm on Talmadge Creek.
were you on property there the other day?
Sir, I have permission from that property
no, sir.
owner.
ENBRIDGE owns that property right there.
No, they do not.
Yes, sir, they do.
No, they do not.
Yes, sir, they do.
What do you have to say about the 5 trucks that blocked me into private property?
I ask that you not record me.
No.
You're
State of
trespassing.
Michigan, I can record, and you can't do nothing about it. You guys got caught, and you know it.
It's John Bolenbaugh. This is Commissioner Todd, County Commissioner in Marshall, Michigan, where the spill happened. I have a serious question for you. Have I made a difference, do you think, in the cleanup efforts of the EPA and ENBRIDGE?
Absolutely. One of the things that I mentioned during our meeting is that you being very necessary in order for things to really progress and get to where we need them to get. Sometimes it takes an individual like yourself. That's exactly what Dr. King was. And that's exactly what Malcolm X were. That's exactly what Al Sharpton is now. I mean, those are people who were bold enough and confident enough that they were doing the right thing to make the difference in the lives of people. Because ultimately, it points back to people. You know? I'm the type of guy who don't like a lot of smoke screens. Just get to the truth. And so I commend you. I appreciate you showing me that. But just stay with the fight, man. You gotta stay in there because it's something you believe in, and it's the right thing to do. You know, sometimes doing the right thing is not the most popular thing, but it's the right thing to do. Stick with what's right.
Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I know
Absolutely.
that.
Well, even though our oils are toxic, they're not as nearly as toxic as the stuff that you apparently encountered over there. So, but the oil and gas industry, the dishonesty that these people possess, and the things that they do that are detrimental to communities is almost beyond belief. And they have no compassion whatsoever. They have no honesty. They have no pride, and they're worried about the bottom line. The bottom line is the bottom line.
How long have you been a doctor?
Since 1971, making 40 years.
Okay. And when I tell you about all the people that had seizures and got sick in my community, is that from the oil? Because the EPA and ENBRIDGE said that it's not, that everybody's okay and there's no long-term effects and don't worry about it.
You just heard my testimony about my patients, and I'm convinced that their problems are from the oil. And I had 2 people over here that you saw and heard that both had severe seizure problems, and you saw one of my patients actually having seizures that I'd filmed.
Charged with trespassing for videotaping where they buried oil
Okay.
on Enbridge property.
Okay.
I'm the whistleblower.
Okay.
I just had a court case today for my whistleblower to prove that we're going to go to trial, that I was telling the truth, that we were told to bury oil.
Okay.
I'm just videotaping where they're digging it back up.
Okay.
And right now they're doing Talmadge Creek, and to stay off their property is fine. I can videotape from the road. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to have any issues videotaping from the road.
Nice to meet you. Yep.
I recently was, they held me into a parking lot over here where the sheet metal place is. I came in and said I want to press charges.
Okay.
And I'm now bringing the video in today.
Okay.
I'm going to go, I paid $40 for this, so I'm going to go get a cheaper one, transfer it,
Okay.
and bring it in for you.
Okay.
But
Do you know the deputy who took that complaint from you?
she does.
Okay.
And
All right. And what time are you going to come back?
I'll come back in the next few hours. I just got to go find
Okay.
a cheaper one, and I
Okay.
got to figure out how to someone to transfer it. for
Okay.
me.
And we'll try to make sure that he's here, and then you can talk to him directly.
But right, but he has, just because I didn't bring in video,
Okay.
he could have at least called the witnesses. He was trapped in the parking lot. I mean, for 20 minutes, Enbridge trapped us into a one-exit parking lot and would not let us leave.
Okay.
That's a felony, and nobody's done nothing about this yet.
Okay, it will, I glanced a little bit of a part of the report, and it says that he talked to the prosecutor's office, and they declined prosecution.
Well, of course they will,
But
because Enbridge spends millions of dollars here. But they committed a felony, it's a crime, and I have video proof of it, and I'm giving it to the press. And if you guys don't do anything, then it's going to really look bad upon the prosecution in this city.
You gotta see my point just for a second. We will be happy to take the video, and we send it to the prosecutor's office.
I know, it has
We're
nothing to
not the
do with
ones
you.
that determine the charges,
I
so,
know.
but you're doing the right step. Turn the video over, we'll send it over to the prosecutor's office, and then they can make their decision from there. We're kind of the middleman in a way.
I know.
We're the peacekeeper when if something bad's
You
happening.
guys have been decent. You guys have always respected me, and I think a lot of your officers have seen my videos. What Enbridge is going to do, they're going to call and say, every time I drive anywhere close to them, they turn on their cameras.
Yeah.
Their goal is to get me arrested. Their goal is to get warrants out for me, to try to put me in jail, because I'm telling you, a guy just from Canada, one of the top guys, just flew here to bitch out DK Security and told DK Security they're going to release everybody because one of their guys secretly gave me paperwork stating that they've been harassing me, and that they, every time that they see me, to call these numbers. And I mean, and so now DK is worried about their livelihood. So I'm going to make another video at their request that the guy doesn't work for them anymore. Enbridge has a lot of pull. They have a lot of money, and they have a lot of power. And I'm a nobody, and I don't have any money. All I'm doing is just trying to tell the truth about what's going on.
I understand. And that's your right. Hey, that's...
The reason why I feel this video is very important is because it's the first time that the police have actually allowed me to stay right next to an Enbridge work site and videotape. And I just got out of jail, was bailed out for trespassing charge that I have to go to trial for, and I was offered a small plea, a plea to pay a small fine. I will not pay a fine. I will not plead guilty, and I am going to trial, and I will probably do 30 days in jail. But that is nothing compared to what these families are going through in my community. They're dying. They're getting very sick. And we had this one girl that just called me yesterday that's in a wheelchair, and I feel so sorry for her. And she didn't realize at first what was going on, and now after she talked to doctors, that the doctor said that her illness is from the oil spill, and she is paralyzed from the waist down now. These chemicals have caused something in her blood system, in her spinal system, nervous system, as you would say. And so I went out to this Enbridge site right after I got arrested and bailed out. I wanted to prove to Enbridge that I'm not scared. They are not going to stop me no matter what. And the police came, as I knew they would. I thought I was going to get arrested again, or I thought that I would pay $100 and some ticket that I don't have any money for, but I was going to do it anyways. And So I went out there, and what do you know? The police show up, and the police had enough guts, and they actually are starting to understand that ENBRIDGE is trying to use them to harass me. And some of these police officers have actually admitted they've seen my video, so they know what's going on. And they're not happy, and they're not supporting ENBRIDGE anymore. And they're tired of all these phone calls saying that I'm harassing them when I haven't did anything. I have witnesses. I've never used profanity. I don't do anything to hurt the workers. I don't even try to impede the workers. I want them to clean this up. That is my goal. And another thing, these police officers are military. I have a Bronze Star from the United States Navy, and when I took my oath, I swore to defend my country, and I swore to give up my freedom so the American people could have their freedom. Well, when these people are at the occupies, you military veterans, the people in the military, the police officers, the SWAT teams, the crowd control, you need to remember that you swore an oath to protect your country and the citizens in your country. And you should never, ever raise a hand to any United States citizen that is standing there peacefully. I don't care what your boss tells you. I don't care what the governor tells you. You swore an oath, and if you break your oath, you should quit or you should be fired for it. You know I'm right. These people at these occupies are non-violent, and they're trying to do the right thing. I am trying to do the right thing, and I will be damned if some police officer is going to hit me over the head because I'm trying to do the right thing. So what I am doing it affects a lot of people in America, because ENBRIDGE has the largest pipeline through the United States. I am actually documenting and proving that they cover up oil, they bury it, they lie to the residents, people get sick, such and such. It has helped stop the XL pipeline, and it is now helping stop the Canadian Northern Gateway pipeline that ENBRIDGE is trying to put through.
Good. I just talked to Steve from the Sheriff's Department, and I'm not committing trespassing for being here. This is a state road.
Steve who?
Steve, you're one of your detectives. Yeah, we just videotaped it, so I was just there. All we're doing is videotaping the cleanup process. We haven't said a word to nobody. We're not impeding any traffic, period. We've had our camera on from the beginning, and we're going to have it on till the end to prove that. I just today had a whistleblower lawsuit because they told us to bury oil out here, and the reason why they're redigging this up is because of me. I reported it to the government. So I've had 4 death threats, slashed tires, brakes cut. They're trying everything they can not to have me videotape this. Like right here, they didn't redig this up. They just put new canvas over the top of it and never dug it back up. EPA told them to dig this all up. They did that side, they're not this side, so they're breaking the law or EPA rules, and I think you guys need to know this, so I'm videotaping it. That's all I'm doing. I promise you I'm not here to cause commotion. So. Yep, I do. There you go. I'm just doing this to help Marshall out. Kind of like Aaron Brockovich did.
Who are you guys?
We just talked to Steve, the detective from your Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
And as long as we're not impeding traffic, as long as we're on the edge, we're not breaking any law. We're just documenting the oil cleanup. That's it.
Sure to get your
All my
ID.
videotape that I've ever had, they've never said that I've assaulted them, harassed them, or anything. All I've ever done was videotape. I know this sounds ridiculous what's going on, but I used to work for them. They told us to bury oil. I proved it. They just dug it all back out because of me. And so I went to court today for my whistleblower, and we won. The judge said that...
Did you have something worn out also?
I've already taken care of that. So, and I showed her the paperwork.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cause problems, sir.
Well, that's fine. If you want to videotape, that's fine. You stay over here. Do not step in the roadway, block traffic. And if
Yes,
they
ma'am.
need to get around, let them get around.
I promise
Other than
we
that,
will.
That's all I'm asking.
Because we don't want any problem. All we want to do is document it. That I promise you that.
Okay, just don't yell at them, scream at them. Don't do
I
anything
won't.
like that.
I promise
Okay?
you I won't. Thank you.
All right. Have a good
Thank you,
night.
officer.
Really pretty cool, brother.
Now this is big because now the police are letting us videotape and we're not harassing nobody, and they're saying that we're not. So now this screws ENBRIDGE. So don't turn your cameras off. Think of how much work it takes to build 3 layers of all that wood. Each one of those wood mats are about $800 a piece. Man. Fine job, gentlemen.
We did good.
Just don't turn it off.
Nope.
Wait till we're past the guy.
Looks like the police are on our side.
Well, you know, I think it was smart me going up and talking to Steve, because I'm sure they talked over the radio.
Yeah. Look, still no impeding traffic. No car for I can see. Right, success. Now we go and get food.
So you're taking this little China buffet, right?
What?
Little China buffet, right?
I don't have no money, bro.
What?
I'm serious. I have just enough gas to get home. I gotta go all the way to
Athens. You
Athens.
go to your house? Sleep in your truck.
Yeah. Well, now they don't, now they're like calling headquarters like, what the fuck? The police said that you can stay here.
They're gonna just try to shoot you down. Colombian hit squad.
Well, if I die, just pass my video.
We mean Tyler's job. Bring down ENBRIDGE.
Have you thought about getting a hold of Aaron Brockovich?
Tried. Already have. Haven't you?
I haven't.
I know CJ's talked with her a couple times about bringing her out here. I know that whatever they were doing was just whatever made her famous still isn't cleaned up.
You gotta watch the damn video. He has not watched the Aaron Brockovich video.
Nope.
Horrible.
I'm sorry, I spend all my free time out in the river.
Video, it's a movie. What am I talking about?
This is like a documentary right here, what we're doing.
Yeah, this is actually, this is better than Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah, because this is the real deal. I mean, she is the real deal, but this is the actual footage.
She got paid to go to those houses, an hourly wage.
Yeah, now you're picking at a dumpster trying to eat.
I don't know about that. These are the phone numbers of the gentlemen that press charges against me. You have John, that's one of the head ENBRIDGE guys. Matter of fact, he is the head ENBRIDGE guy in the United States for this spill. And you have his phone number. Call him up. Ask him questions. Be respectful, but ask him legitimate questions. Do not harass him. That's not what these phone numbers are about. These phone numbers are so that way maybe these guys, after they get 200, 300, 400, 500 phone calls, will start to realize we better leave John alone, because all that's going to happen is we're going to have some retaliation against us, and we are wrong for what we're doing, and we're just going to stop it. So these calls can help. So please call John. Please call Stuart Coates. Please call the ENBRIDGE main phone number, and come to court. The court date is on there. If you can show up, just give your support. Please show up around 8:30 if you can. Thank you. This is the company that fired me wrongfully, and the judge said that we're going to a jury trial about it.